Obviously, very, very, very sad and disappointed for our guys. What a great group of young men. And I can't tell you how much I wanted that game for them. I wanted them to walk off the field winners. For them to walk off the field, especially to lose in that fashion, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But what I will say, and this, I know sometimes, whatever, they are winners. Just very grateful for that senior class. As I said, they stood in the gap. While everyone might not be able to see it, I truly believe they've built something really, really special, and I just hate the way it ended. So credit to Iowa; they're a really good football team. They play a certain way. We obviously had our chances down the stretch, and just weren't able to make it happen. So things that have affected us all year affected us, and we lost the football game, obviously. So with that, I'll just see what questions you guys have.
What from your vantage point, what happened on the pick?
I wouldn't be able to say. Yeah, I mean, that's there was obviously with no timeouts left. We were trying to take a shot over the top to Jalen again, kind of like a 3-level flood there. They blitzed. They blitzed all three of those downs there. Looked like we picked it up. So I would assume that's the third. If they're trying to throw it to Thomas, that's the lowest part. So must not have seen the defender. So. But I'd have to see the tape to know what exactly happened. But with 23 seconds, we were trying to push the ball down the field. Had a deep over route there with an in cut in behind it, and chasing it this way, hoping to get the ball thrown past the sticks and clock it. Maybe take one more chance at a long field goal.
The timeout you had to burn right before that, is that on you guys as coaching staff, or is it on Chubba, or who?
Yeah, we'll just put it on us. I think some young guys got in there. Billy went down. Billy was trying to come back. Some guys just got in there and just got a little confused about where to line up. So. Anything like that, to me, it falls on me. But that was, just a play call. And, again, guys were having to, we're down to, when Billy goes down, you're down to really 4 wideouts that play for us. And just guys trying to play different positions just got a little confused.
And the timeout where Albano was actually going out for a 60-yard field goal, but then it ended up being the punt. Was that just confusion that you guys were going to punt there?
No, he just didn't run out. Yeah.
The punter didn't run out?
Yeah.
So you were going to try a 60-yarder?
I had a fake called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had a fake called. He didn't run out. At that point, I just said, you know what? Sometimes I've got to go with karma. Like, maybe this isn't the time to do it. Let's pin him down. And Bushini did a great job getting it down to the 1. So, we yelled field goal. The guys are all supposed to run out. He must not have heard it. But, we were going to fake it.
I feel like after that obviously didn't go well, but then you pin him at the 1. Momentum kind of is turning in your favor. Field position is. Did you feel like at that point maybe it was your day in one of these kind of games?
Well, I mean, as I said to you guys, I thought the game was going to be like this, right? Like pretty consistent. I mean, Iowa's games were all like this, right? Like we were going to play the field position game. You go back to the first half, right? Like we get the ball's kind of bouncing back and forth. We're playing field position. We're trying to be smart. It's like 4th and 3. I punt the ball down, make them have to drive the length of the field. They punt the ball. We get a penalty, right? We get a late hit out of bounds, which then flips the field for them. We have a missed assignment. They make they score. We have the turnover. Our guys do a great job of fighting for the turnover. I thought they're a really great defense. They're not number 3 scoring defense in the nation for a reason. So they're going to be hard to score against. But we were finally able to pin them down and just kind of play that game back and forth, even to Tommy's interception, right? So unfortunately, we got the holding call on Tommy's interception, or else that really changes things. But we turned the ball over too many times yet again, and even the drive before, Chubba's running. It looks like he's going to get the first down. The drive that Sean was asking about, and he fumbles the football just kind of running. So in a year where you go back and look at, you're 5-7, you have 5 losses. By you guys can do the math, I'm sure, but like basically, the overtime game was like by a point in my mind, So you have a bunch of like 3-point losses, 1-point losses. You can't turn the ball over as many times as we did, and secure the ball the way that we did. So we have a lot to continue to work on. I thought we had a chance there at the end.
Is there any other common threads? We lost by 3, overtime at 3 in November. Is there any other common threads that you can think of at this moment that you feel like you can kind of fix in the offseason?
Oh, it'll all be fixed. Yeah, I mean, will improve. maybe this is about where we are right now. Whereas sometimes people see it from the outside, like, man, they messed that up or another short loss. I look at it as like these guys. I mean, how many guys go down and they just continue to put guys in and we just battle, right? Like Newsom goes down in this game. Buford didn't really play in this game. Blaze couldn't go in the game in pregame. We just keep putting, Sua Lefotu's out there like in his red shirt year playing nose. You know what I mean? Like what Mike to the outside world looked like, man, to me looks like unbelievable job by a lot of people to get everything this close and to battle like this. And so that doesn't excuse to the question about the time, having to call a timeout there, your last timeout. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? But there'll be a day where we'll have 7 wide receivers traveling with us and active, and those things won't happen. We're just not quite there yet, and that's why I'm so proud of these guys because they battle and they fight, and we don't make excuses. We just come back. But I think that's the key. Moving forward, I'd love to. I think they ran the ball on us at times. I think we had to continue to develop our run defense and our ability to run the football. We couldn't run the ball in the game to the level that we wanted, and that's what they do really well. And so he's been there a long time. They have a formula. We came down there. We battled. Just couldn't quite get it done.
How big a factor was the wind? It seemed like they maybe took the ball at the beginning so they'd get the wind in the fourth quarter with Alvano's kick, and then obviously they had it at their back there at the end.
Yeah, that was my plan. We were going to take the win today. We told the team they won the toss. They took the wind. It wasn't nearly as bad as it is some days. But obviously Alvano had to get in, and even that last kick, to me, when they did make plays, it just came down to tackling. Like, we tackled just a little bit better on that last drive. Maybe that kick was short. To be honest, on the drive before, I was yelling and screaming, and I have to be careful. People get used to me kind of yelling and screaming, but the clock wasn't running. We throw the ball, we get the ball in bounds, the clock's not running, and the game comes down to 6 or 7 seconds. So we're just at a place right now where the margin for error is about like this, and so one bad play, one bad decision, one bad anything can kind of affect us. The wind affected us, but I have a lot of confidence in Tristan. The one he hit earlier was a huge kick, and I put him out there to do that, so believing that he would make it.
That was their kicker's first attempt of the year. He's the backup, and they benched the starter after the 2 blocks. Did you recognize that they were sending a different kicker out there, and what do you think happened to get those kicks blocked in the first half?
I thought our guys just gave great effort. I mean, we came rocking off the ball. Looked like Ty, got his hands up. Even on that one, did the same thing. I think that ball was just, wasn't really kicked at the same velocity as some of the other ones were, and just barely got across the crossbar. So, we spent a lot of time on blocking kicks. For them to block 2 this game was awesome. Kept us in the game until we could hit the big play to Jalen and kind of get things going. So, credit to them.
That interception aside, how did you feel like Chuba played in the seconds?
I thought Chuba was, a little bit a little bit sporadic early. There wasn't a ton of pressure, and just kind of told him, like, hey, settle down and keep playing, play the plays. I thought he started to do that. That was a cold, windy day, and I thought he handled those things well. Obviously it's protecting the football, right? That the one, and I know his arm, he's trying to throw the ball forward. That's a fumble that leads to them having the ball. We have the ball down at the 20 going in, so. Again, talking about the margin for error, we can't turn the ball over. Even if we get it back, just we put the ball away, we run for a first down, and that's how we end those games. So there'll be a lot of, I know people always think you fix things by hey, let's go get this player or that player. We got a lot of really good players here, and a part of fixing these close losses is, just asking each player to get, half a point better and learn from these things and understand the situational football. Situational football will be way different next year when it's talking about our games, right? Tommy picks that pass off, and man, we have a chance to go win the game. So, I thought Chuba did a really nice job. Made some big third down conversions. I mean, I'm looking at this. We're 8 of 17 on third down. It's one of our best days. So, and that's a credit to him. He's only going to get better.
Anything else for Coach?
What do you remember your emotion when you saw that interception live in the game?
Yeah. I mean, I'll let the players talk about it. I just, like I said, I'm so confident in what we're doing, and feel so great about the things that are happening, and so excited to see where this thing is going to end up. I just feel crushed for those guys. As I told them, sometimes the first people to do things don't get to see the results. The first people to storm the beach at Normandy, the first explorers, you don't always get to see the end result. But I really can't say enough about these guys. I remember I can sit back to sitting there with Luke Reimer, Nick Heinrich just sitting there saying like, yeah, Nick Henrich saying like, what, should we come back? What's it going to be like, Coach? Will you give us a chance? You have this reputation of playing young players, and so I told them like just for Julie and me and Vivian, Leon, and Bryant, like what an amazing year of just getting to know these guys, and so I felt crushed for them, but at the same time, expecting us to stop them, thinking, hey, they can't make a 35-yarder, we'll block it all the way to the very end to see them block it. And, that's 3 walk-off field goals, to lose the year. That's tough. But they'll wake up tomorrow. We'll come in on Monday. We'll start working. We'll help the seniors as they move on to the next phase of their life. And we'll get back to work. Too often people complain and whine and talk and all those things. We're going to work. And I think we got the young players to do it, so we'll be back.
What was your experience first time in this rivalry, this series against Iowa that's going to continue as the Big Ten expands on Black Friday? There was, a fair amount of chippiness out there on the field after the game. What was your vantage point?
Yeah, there's a lot of chippiness in college football after games now, way more than there used to be. Sometimes it's coaches running over and yelling at your bench. I thought the Iowa guys were. I got a lot of guys came up to me and shook my hand. I thought they were great. I mean, I know how much our guys wanted to win. Obviously, we wanted to win. Coach Ferentz is as classy as they come. So, yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a great college football game. I mean, it's a great college football game if you like defense, but I thought it was a great college football game, and you could definitely feel the intensity of it, and so, I'm just appreciative of all the people that come to the games and came to the game, and I'm thankful for all the fans. I'm thankful for the players. Thankful for all the people that work, and just disappointed we couldn't win that game with all the chances we had down the stretch. So we'll have a lot to focus on as we move forward.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys, for everything all year.